With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return. So the Colts in great position here as they get things started. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of them.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Now Hall to start the drive. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores, and, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On 3rd down, Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your 2 current #1 seeds. And I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
An extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Ethical play there defensively, giving the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Called it the 21. And the Colts getting ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Hamilton escaping the pressure right. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Hamilton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. Bonds. This pass out wide to Hall. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll run with Hall. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to come up that way, doesn't it? It does.
Extra point right down the middle. And they'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Hamilton. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
On on third down. Hamilton. And this is going to be incomplete. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. 3.5 to go, first quarter. They'll start on the ground. Hall. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Bonds. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
Again, it's Taylor. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Hamilton. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Bonds. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run the option left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Bonds. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The quick slant, good for a 1st down, a gain of 12.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. On 3rd down, Hamilton. He's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year. But you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Off play action. Bonds. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Bonds. Oh, good move. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. throwing on first down. Bonds looking middle, and that's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. To throw on second down. Bonds.
And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Bonds.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Looking to throw. Bonds.
He gets it underneath to Hall. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Falcons need to string a few wins together here down the stretch, but this last one moves them back above 500 at 6-5. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. The Bills just cannot buy a break as they remain winless at 0-10 on the year. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter.
Second half starts with a run by Hall.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Now an option play on second down.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Their mobile quarterback with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hamilton being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And here's a very low-line drive. Almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1. Just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that. Because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Steps away to his left. Nifty move. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Bonds. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
He's going to keep this again.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Bonds. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Right down the middle, and that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
To throw on 2nd down, Hamilton.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
To throw from his end zone. Hamilton under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Hall again on second down.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on third down. Bonds, quick slant. He's got Elliott. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. They'll try and run the option. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Hamilton.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 4.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
On first down, Hamilton.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll find his man. That's Taylor again.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They'll look to throw again.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Able to complete this to Chenault. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Back to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Daxton Hill puts it off.
Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances. And that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ball on a 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Hamilton escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Hamilton. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
When you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. Hamilton, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hamilton.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, That's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
So for Dallas, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.